Redeemer Youth, welcome back. We're so excited that you're here with us. This week, we thought we'd kick it off with a little worship. So, let's worship together.
Spaces, graces, waiting for you. Dance like the weight has been lifted. Graces, waiting. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. There is freedom. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. There is freedom. Come out of the dark, just as you are, into the fullness of His love. Oh, the Spirit is here. Let there be freedom. Let there be freedom. Bring all of your burdens. Bring all of your scars. Come back to communion. Come back to the start. Oh, run into wide open spaces. Graces waiting for you. Dance like the weight has been lifted. Graces waiting. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. There is freedom. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. There is freedom. Come out of the dark, just as you are, into the fullness of His love. Oh, the Spirit is here. Let there be freedom. Let there be freedom. Chains will fall, prisons shake at the sound of Jesus' name. Lives made whole, hearts awake at the sound of Jesus' name. Chains will fall, prisons shake at the sound of Jesus' name. Lives made whole, hearts awake at the sound of Jesus' name. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. There is freedom. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. There is freedom. Come out of the dark, just as you are, into the fullness of His love. Oh, the Spirit is here. Let there be freedom. Let there be freedom.
The future is. Brian kicked off our series last week with a message about how the future is calling. Well, this week, we're going to be focusing on how the future is us. It's a little weird to think the future is us. I'm like, what? The future is us? What does that even mean? Well, it means this. Jesus never meant for you to build the future alone. We often forget that we are a part of God's kingdom. You and me. His kingdom here on earth. We're a part of it. God's kingdom is a community based on fellowship with Jesus and others. And we are part of that. And part of being in this fellowship with Jesus and His kingdom is that we are to help spread this kingdom among our world right now and help create a better future. In the book of Acts, we can find this still to be true, even way back with our first church. And there is evidence that we can find there for why the future is us. It says this in Acts chapter 2, verses 42 through 47. All the believers devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship and to sharing in meals, including the Lord's Supper, and to prayer. A deep sense of awe came over all of them. And the apostles performed many miraculous signs and wonders. And all the believers met together in one place and shared everything they had. They sold their property and possessions and shared the money with those in need. They worshiped together at the temple each day and met in homes for the Last Supper. And they shared their meals with a great joy and generosity, all while praising God and enjoying the goodwill of all the people. And each day the Lord added to their fellowship those who were being saved. Notice that the focus in Acts is on the believers and what they are doing after Jesus' resurrection. It is the believers who are sharing in the fellowship with God. It is the believers who are praising God. It is the believers who are sharing the gospel with others throughout their world. It is the believers. It is a community. But here's the thing. Jesus is not looking for a special type of person to be a part of this community. He's looking for a group of normal people who are devoted to loving one another like Jesus has loved them. Believing in Christ, believers in Christ like you and I, that is what Jesus is looking for. Normal people. I mean, look at all the apostles, the 12 disciples who followed Jesus in His earthly ministry. Before most of them, before they even met Jesus, they were just random normal people. Fishermen. They woke up in the morning, they went to work, they came back, they had dinner. There was nothing special about them. All of this to say that we, normal people, just like the believers in Acts, the people we read about, are the future. The future is us. We are to share the good news of Jesus. We are to share in that fellowship. We are then supposed to share that fellowship with others. Sharing the community we have here at AWOL, at JAMS, at church with others. Praising and showing God to others. That is our mission. Building this kingdom is not easy to do alone. Doing anything alone can be difficult. I picture it this way. Imagine if Tom Brady, the GOAT, one of the best quarterbacks to ever live, tried to take on a whole defense by himself. Like he had no one to throw the ball to, no one to block for him, no one to hand the ball off to. It was just him against the defense. I don't care how good of a quarterback he is. Those are not good odds. The end result would not be so good for Tom Brady. But a united community, a team, is stronger than just one person. Things are so much easier when we have help. We can find hope in this. The fact that we have people behind us to help us. The future doesn't need any more lone superstars, lone wolves. What the future needs is us, together, loving one another, serving one another, united as one. The future is us. What do you think would happen if every one of us was connected, having heard about Jesus because we told others? The future is us. What do you think would happen if each of us were connected as a church, God's kingdom? And we made sure that everyone felt welcomed, what do you think would happen? The future is us. What do you think would happen if we, as people of the Twin Cities, of the state of Minnesota, of the United States, of the world, were connected to experience the love of Jesus? A love willing to put other people's wills and wants, putting others before ourselves. What do you think would happen if we were connected like that? And this is what I have to say to that. What is holding us back from being that connected? Experiencing that. I can't think of a single thing. So I want to invite you into that. Why can't the future be us?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I don't know about you guys, but Brian and I, we loved watching those fruit just explode on impact.
Just absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, here's what's happening this week. Maybe you saw this on our Instagram last week, but we've officially hired on our summer youth staff to help Nate and I with all things Redeemer Youth. We are so excited for what's going to be planning. We've got events, we've got social gatherings, we've got all kinds of fun things ready to go. We're going to make this the best summer yet. We want to help you stay connected to each other. We want to help you stay connected with God and help you stay connected with all things Redeemer Youth. So we're pumped. We're excited for Alyssa, Emma, and Anya to be on our staff with us.
Yeah, speaking of staying connected, follow us on Instagram and Snapchat. You should be able to find the handles right at the bottom of the screen. And like and subscribe to our YouTube page where you will find all things Redeemer Youth for the upcoming month. Stay connected, guys. We cannot wait.
So, the fun is not over yet because we have another kind of stupid game that we're going to play for your entertainment. We're going to do a little thing we call the Dare Wheel. And how this is going to work is Nate's going to give it a spin, I'm going to give it a spin, and whatever dare it lands on, we're just going to do that for your entertainment. So, Nate, because I get to run this, I'm going to have you start.
Yeah.
Why don't you spin that wheel?
All right.
Ooh, come on, come on, come on. Here we go. Bucket of cold water.
Oh.
Let's go do this. Bucket of cold water. Nate, how you feeling about it?
Not so good so far.
Not so good. Well, we got a whole bucket of cold water. Nate, let's get to it.
Just right on my head or anywhere?
Just dump it.
5. It's all in my hood. It's all in my hood. Going down my back.
So, Nate, how'd that feel?
It was cold. Too cold. There's a nice breeze on a cold May day.
All right.
All right, it's your
My turn. Here we go. What's it gonna be? Cup of lime juice. All right, I gotta chug a cup of lime juice here. All right, you set that down here. All right, cup of lime juice. That is a big cup of lime juice. You guys ready for this?
Chug, chug.
Count me down here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chug, 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 chug.
Oh my gosh! Oh!
How was that?
Oh, it's so sour. Oh gosh!
We don't have any water. Sorry.
Ugh, okay. Well, on that note, it's time to wrap this thing up. No, we're gonna take our step. Oh. So wherever you're at, stand up and let's take our step together. You guys ready? Each week, we take a step to signify our continuing walk with Jesus Christ. 3, 2, 1, step. Hey, thank you guys. We'll see you next week.